Hey everybody, Jason Burmis here. And if you thought justice was coming via the Jeffrey Epstein case, well, I got news for you. The cover-up crew's been in place for some time, and unfortunately, the Epstein case is really a microcosm of how the system has worked for decades and continues to work today. And it is a harsh warning for all of you out there that believe in hopium, that believe in anonymous white hats fighting the deep state, and that are going to do the dirty work of taking out the bad men for you. If you believe that Guantanamo Bay is a good place where those bad members of the deep state are being interrogated and taken out, this video is also for you. Because it shows you that when you get down deep, when the truth does start to come out, when people at lower levels in law enforcement within the NYPD and the FBI have finally had enough and get an arrest of an upper echelon member / really minion of the predator class like Jeffrey Epstein, that's when the cover-up crew comes into play. And the latest piece of evidence that should be just like whap, waking you up, is they just exonerated Acosta. Now, we're going to tell you the tale of Alex Acosta. Because if you're not new to this channel or new to my work, I was talking about Epstein well over a decade ago. You could go back to radio archives 2008, 2009, I'm talking about this when I'm at InfoWars. None of this was new to me. And then before his arrest, I was following it as more and more people were bringing it to light and challenging Acosta, as he now was in the Trump administration, in his role in the Epstein case. And what was his role? To secure that sweetheart deal that he got. Now, here's the thing. During those grillings, Acosta said some wild things. He said, for instance, that the grand jury that looked at the Epstein evidence was not going to indict Epstein, inferring that the deal that he cut was a great one. But here's the key. Here's the kicker. When I say this is about the cover-up crew, when I say this is about intelligence, when I say this is about Bill Barr, the CIA, Mossad, and limited hangout justice, and the joke's on us, folks. And we're going to watch them laughing at us, okay? Literally laughing in our faces, okay? When it comes to that, this is how it works, okay? This is how it works. When Acosta was asked at a press conference if he cut the deal because Epstein was, above his intelligence, which was reported in the media, Vicky Ward, others picked up on the story, not only could he not deny it, he smiled about it, okay? He smiled about it and said, well, maybe I've seen the reporting, but you don't trust everything you read and see. No kidding, because guys like you put out information. And what happened shortly after? He was rolled out with Trump at another press conference where he resigned. But don't worry, down the line, you get taken care of, Acosta. You had a nice, cushy job in the administration. We didn't smear you too bad. And now we're going to exonerate you on a report that's not even public. That's the next swift kick to your ball sack, if you have one. Okay? So we're going to go over all this. We're going to play some videos. We're going to show you how the media really handles this and how it's a big joke on all of us. And again, it's a microcosm for what we're going to through today with the election, or COVID-19 84. It is the disdain and disrespect that the predator class has for the common human being, whether it's an American citizen or not, and them using their tools of government and media manipulation to shit all over us. That's the real deal. Sorry if it's harsh reality, but it is. And that's not left or right. Okay, that's right and wrong, and I don't know. Does YouTube think what I just said there? You know, when I'm talking about a serial pedophile billionaire that had connections to big business, big tech all over the globe, Is that too much? Am I a cyberbully now? Well, we've been demonetized here 7+ months. No recourse, okay? We reviewed the channel 6+ months ago. They didn't even show us one video that went against their standards. So without your help, I wouldn't be able to do this. $5, $10, $15. It means the world to me. If you haven't signed up for Rockfin, you are truly missing an hour of hot fire Jason Burmis style that you're only going to see there today. What I discussed today just would not be allowed on this platform, period. I went a little too hard today. So make the free account. Go check it out. I am live there 11 a.m. Eastern Time, Monday through Friday. And if they kick me off of YouTube, this is where you can find me. Rockfin.com. Make sure that you make the account after the video. Thumbs the video up, subscribe and share. Check out all the documentary films. Loose Change, Final Cut, Fabled Enemies, Invisible Empire, A New World Order Defined, and Shade the Motion Picture in the playlist section after the video. And let's get to it. Let's kick it up a notch. Oh, I'm sorry, Jimmy Carter. You were in another video. Outrage as the DOJ clears Alex Acosta and his team of prosecutors for wrongdoing and say they just exercised poor judgment. Wait, there wasn't a real... No, there wasn't a cover-up. No, Epstein wasn't intelligence. No. Maybe they'll pat me on the head and hand me a cookie. Tell me it's Christmas soon and Santa's coming. I mean, what the fuck? We're talking about a child prostitution ring connected to presidents of the United States, foreign ministers, royalty, and intelligence. Are you serious right now? But no, Alex Acosta is a great guy. No. And by the way, it was kind of hard for me to dig up the video that we're going to show you where he's asked about Epstein being an intelligence asset. If you type in the words into the second largest search engine in the world, YouTube, the first being Google. Google also almost impossible to find. Okay, what comes up when I type in Acosta Epstein intelligence? It should be that clip. Right? Nope. People talking about the plea deal, PBS news piece. There's the full press conference, not etched out. Okay? Not even the same press conference, just a news piece. No. Oh, here he is getting, the resignation with Trump rolling him out saying, yeah, listen, this isn't looking good, buddy. You're donezo. No, listen, we love you. We're going to make it as easy as possible. No. So again, I typed that in. Nowhere is the clip that I'm looking for that presents this.
Mr. Secretary, were you ever made aware at any point in your handling of this case if Mr. Epstein was an intelligence asset of some sort?
So there has been reporting to that effect.
Oh, has there?
And let me say, there's been reporting to a lot of effects in this case, not just now, but over the years. And again, I would hesitate to take this reporting as fact. This was a case that was brought by our office. It was brought based on the facts. And I look at that reporting and others. I can't address it directly because of our guidelines. But I can tell you that a lot of reporting is just going down rabbit holes.
So basically, they ask him whether Epstein's intelligence or not, or was intelligence, and that's why I got the sweetheart deal. And he says, I can't address it. Everything else is window dressing. As he smirks and smiles and goes, no, we can't address that. No, but don't believe, no, reporting like that. No. Okay. Do you get it? And that's how condescending they are. And then the report itself, okay, in order to fully respect the rights and dignity of Jeffrey Epstein's many victims, the department first invited victims and their legal representatives to be briefed this morning on the report's contents. So in other words, even the victims and their representatives were not given copies of this report that just exonerated Acosta and his cronies. No. The Privacy Act prohibits the department from releasing the full report publicly, but permits the report to be disclosed upon request to a congressional committee with jurisdiction over the matter, and this has been done. cover-up crew. Okay? That's how it works. Do you get it? Compartmentalization. 340 watching. Can we get over 100 thumbs up, by the way, folks? And this is the big joke. Bill Barr's not going to save you. Okay, that's why the Russian hoax went on. There is massive evidence of the Obama administration spying on Trump's campaign before the election. Okay, massive evidence that they spied on the Trump campaign, and they just go, no. And then Epstein, after he's arrested, has a suicide attempt where he survives. And all the videos are gone. And everybody's asleep and nobody sees nothing. But then his brother goes public and says that it was actually Nicholas Tartaglione, his cellmate, who attacked him. Very, very suppressed in the media. Barely mentioned. And then he's dead on the second suicide attempt. And this is how funny it is to the media and Bill Barr. Are you ready? Because it's fucking hilarious.
I pronounce her name correctly. Ghislaine Maxwell is now in federal custody. Number one, can you ensure that she will make it to trial? Jeffrey Epstein died, suicide situation.
Look at him. He can't even say it with a straight face. He's sitting across from Bill Barr, who's saying it was a suicide. I know it looks bad, but it's a suicide. He frames the question up for him, and he can't even keep a straight face. And you think this is bad? Wait till it becomes a fucking cackle fest.
Are you locked in on this to make sure that doesn't happen, sir?
Yes.
Can you give me a sense of what you told the people in charge?
It's funny. It's fucking hilarious. Are you kidding me right now? And he's smiling along with it because he can't keep a straight face either. Imagine you're sitting across from the head of the DOJ, a lifelong CIA guy, the youngest attorney general of all time under George H.W. Bush. Go look up Gog and Magog, okay? And the Bush family. Gog, Magog, George Bush Sr., George Bush Jr. It's their skull and bones names. He sat literally at the right hand of George H.W. Bush, okay? Go look into him being a guy named Robert Johnson, okay? We're not talking about Big Johnson t-shirts, but we are talking Iran-Contra cover-up, and it's fucking hilarious. All of this is funny. I'm sitting across from this guy, and the most high-profile prisoner perhaps ever in the United States who has all this evidence that he's connected to intelligence, whether it be the Mossad or the Central Intelligence Agency, or possibly British intelligence via Andrew, possibly arms deals via Adnan Khashoggi. And this guy's hamming it up. It's hilarious whether or not his cohort, his co-conspirator, also involved in trafficking children for decades, and it's hilarious. Blows my mind. Blows my mind. But that's where we're at. That's the microcosm. They've been treating us like children for a long time. Don't expect them to stop. We need to push back now. This is a microcosm. This case, unfortunately, with everything that's gone on in 2020, is no longer in the public consciousness the way it was 6 months ago, a year ago, 18 months ago. And that's why a guy like this is going to walk. Guys, what you just heard is probably pretty harmful content according to YouTube. I got a little heated there, but we've been demonetized 7 months. If you like what you see, consider donating. GoFundMe's down below, $5, $10, $15. Big donors couldn't do it without you. I'd like to at least hit the $3,000 mark, which we're kind of on pace to do this month. But obviously, the $5,000 goal, if I were to hit it every month, we're talking about a $60K a year salary, which is not much. Listen, I'm not bitching or anything, but it's not like, first of all, I'm never selling out. Either I can say what I want to say and go as hard as I want to go, or I'm not going to do it. I'm not the guy that's going to sell my soul for a little extra money. So I do appreciate those who have supported me. But just know, I want to do this for the rest of my life, and I don't want to be a loser. I want to win some of these battles, okay? And I need your help to do that. And whether that's you getting out in the street and taking action yourself and saying that this is absurd and standing up against what's going on right now in the world and using the Epstein case as kind of an Aesop's fable to do so, that helps too. Go make the free account over at Rockfin. Go do it right now, okay? Go check out today's exclusive. We're talking about fire for an hour. Tomorrow we'll be live and free again, 11 a.m., Monday through Friday, 5 days a week, exclusively at Rockfin. Sometimes we cut out clips and we put videos up over on YouTube afterwards. We didn't do it today. Too much fire. And check out the documentary films. Loose Change, Final Cut, Fabled Enemies, Invisible Empire, A New World Order to Find, and Shade the Motion Picture. Thumbs it up on the way out. Can we get 200 thumbs on the way out? Subscribe and share. Join the Burmese Brigade. I love you guys. It ain't about left or right. It's always about right and wrong. See you on the flip side.